In the mid-20th century, a spark of curiosity lit the minds of visionaries. Alan Turing, a brilliant mathematician, asked a simple yet profound question: can machines think? This question was not just a challenge, but the beginning of a journey that would redefine human potential and technological possibility. Researchers started imagining a world where computers could understand language, solve problems, and assist humans in ways previously thought impossible. Decades passed. Computers evolved from simple calculators into machines capable of learning patterns, recognizing speech, and even playing complex games. Yet, the dream of creating a machine that could truly converse, write, and understand humans remained elusive. It was in this environment of exploration and ambition that OpenAI was founded in 2015. Led by Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, Ilya Sutskever, and others, OpenAI's mission was ambitious: to create artificial intelligence that could understand human language, generate knowledge, and assist humanity safely. It was more than a company. It was a vision, a promise to ensure that AI development would benefit everyone, not just the few who could wield its power. The founding of OpenAI marked the dawn of a new era. Suddenly, AI was no longer a distant dream confined to research papers. It had a home, a purpose, and a guiding principle. Intelligence should be a force for good. The team began by studying the core of language itself, how humans think, speak, and express ideas. They believed that if a machine could understand this, it could assist, teach, and innovate alongside humans. This chapter of AI history is not just about technology. It is about vision, courage, and the unwavering belief that machines could become partners in human progress. It set the stage for the creation of language models that would eventually reshape communication, learning, and creativity. After the founding of OpenAI in 2015, the team faced a monumental challenge: building machines that could understand and generate human language with accuracy, creativity, and context. This quest led to the creation of the GPT series, Generative Pre-trained Transformers, a revolutionary step in artificial intelligence. The journey began with GPT-1, released in 2018. This model was trained on vast amounts of text from books, articles, and websites. By analyzing patterns in language, GPT-1 could generate coherent paragraphs and answer questions with surprising relevance. It was a proof of concept. Machines could indeed learn the nuances of human communication, but it was just the beginning. Then came GPT-2 in 2019, a far more powerful version. With 1.5 billion parameters, essentially the knowledge units, the model used to understand and generate text, GPT-2 amazed the world. It could write essays, summarize information, and even mimic writing styles. The AI was not perfect. Sometimes it made mistakes or produced unexpected results. Yet it demonstrated a transformative possibility. Machines could become collaborators in writing, research, and creativity. OpenAI initially withheld full public release due to concerns about misuse, emphasizing the responsibility that came with such power. The breakthrough accelerated with GPT-3, released in 2020. GPT-3 had a staggering 175 billion parameters, enabling it to generate text that was often indistinguishable from that written by humans. It could translate languages, answer complex questions, compose poetry, and assist in programming. The model was trained on a mixture of licensed data created by human trainers, and publicly available text, allowing it to understand context, tone, and subtle nuances in language. Each version of GPT represented not just a technological leap, but a philosophical one. AI was moving from a tool to a partner. The models could assist educators, content creators, scientists, and businesses, offering insights, explanations, and creative input in real time. OpenAI's team continually refined the models, introducing safeguards to prevent harmful outputs and ensure ethical use. By this stage, AI had become a new kind of collaborator. It could brainstorm ideas, draft stories, generate code, and answer questions on a level that approached human reasoning. GPT's evolution showed that with careful design and ethical responsibility, artificial intelligence could enhance human capabilities rather than replace them. This chapter marks the era where AI shifted from research labs into the real world, where millions began experiencing the power of conversational AI for the first time. The story of GPT is not just about machines, it is about expanding the boundaries of what humans can imagine, create, and achieve when technology and intelligence meet. As GPT-3 and subsequent models became widely accessible, the world began to witness a profound transformation in how humans communicate, learn, and create. The ability of AI to understand context, generate coherent text, and adapt to different styles opened doors previously unimaginable. In communication, GPT models began assisting people in writing emails, drafting reports, and even creating social media content. Language barriers started to diminish as AI offered real-time translations and context-aware suggestions. Individuals who struggled with writing or language skills found a partner in AI, enabling clearer, faster, and more effective expression. Corporations integrated GPT into customer support, automating responses while maintaining a human-like conversational tone. This was not just efficiency. It was a redefinition of how humans interact with technology. In education, GPT became a revolutionary tool. Students used AI to clarify complex topics, draft essays, and explore creative writing. Teachers could generate lesson plans, explanations, and even quizzes tailored to individual learning needs. The AI became an ever-present tutor, available 24/7, capable of adapting to each student's pace and understanding. Learning was no longer confined to classrooms. It became interactive, personalized, and accessible to anyone with an internet connection. Creativity also experienced an explosion. Writers, poets, musicians, and artists began collaborating with AI to generate ideas, develop narratives, and experiment with new forms of expression. GPT could suggest plot twists, draft dialogue, or even compose lyrics, expanding the horizons of human imagination. The boundary between human creativity and machine assistance blurred, forming a new paradigm where technology amplifies artistic vision instead of replacing it. Behind these transformations was a careful balance of innovation and ethics. OpenAI emphasized responsible use, implementing moderation tools and usage policies to minimize misinformation, bias, or harmful content. The organization recognized that the same AI that empowers humanity could also be misused if left unchecked. By this stage, GPT was no longer just a model. It had become a global companion in thought, learning, and creation. People in homes, offices, and schools across the world could interact with an intelligent entity capable of understanding them, guiding them, and inspiring them. It reshaped industries, accelerated research, and democratized access to knowledge. This chapter illustrates that the power of AI lies not merely in computation, but in its ability to connect with human intelligence, to understand intentions, and to amplify human potential. GPT had evolved from a laboratory experiment into a universal tool for communication, education, and creativity, setting the stage for the next frontier, the integration of AI into every facet of human life. As AI language models like GPT became more powerful and widespread, a new set of questions emerged, questions about responsibility, ethics, and the long-term impact on society. OpenAI recognized early on that while AI could empower humanity, it could also be misused, making ethical oversight a core part of its mission. One of the first priorities was safeguarding against harmful content. AI models can inadvertently generate biased, misleading, or offensive text if not properly trained and moderated. To address this, OpenAI implemented content filters, human feedback systems, and reinforcement learning from human evaluations, RLHF. These safeguards guide the AI to produce responses that are accurate, respectful, and socially responsible. Another critical concern was misinformation and disinformation. With GPT capable of producing realistic text at scale, there was potential for misuse in spreading false narratives. OpenAI invested heavily in transparency, responsible release practices, and partnerships with researchers and policymakers to mitigate these risks. The idea was clear. AI's benefits must not come at the cost of public trust or societal harm. Privacy and data ethics also became central. GPT models learn from large data sets, which often include publicly available text. OpenAI emphasized responsible data usage and the importance of respecting individuals' privacy, ensuring that AI development does not compromise personal or sensitive information. Looking to the future, the trajectory of AI language models points toward collaboration, augmentation, and integration. GPT is evolving to work seamlessly across multiple domains, helping scientists analyze research, assisting doctors in medical documentation, aiding writers and journalists, and even providing companionship or mental health support. The goal is not replacement of human intelligence, but enhancement. Machines amplifying human creativity, knowledge, and decision-making. Experts envision a world where AI acts as a co-pilot in almost every intellectual task. From brainstorming business strategies to solving complex scientific problems, AI's potential is immense, but it must be guided with ethical principles, transparency, and human oversight. OpenAI's work in reinforcement learning, alignment research, and responsible deployment reflects this understanding. This chapter underscores that the future of AI is a shared journey. Technology alone cannot shape society. It is the collaboration between humans and AI, guided by ethics and responsibility, that will determine the ultimate impact. GPT's story is not just about algorithms. It is about humanity learning to work with intelligence that we ourselves created, opening doors to possibilities limited only by imagination, foresight, and moral responsibility. By the mid-2020s, GPT models had moved far beyond the research labs of OpenAI, becoming integral tools in multiple industries around the world. Their ability to understand, generate, and analyze human language had created transformative effects in communication, business, education, healthcare, and creativity. In business and enterprise, GPT models streamlined operations. Companies used AI to draft reports, automate customer support, generate marketing content, and summarize large volumes of information. Tasks that once took hours could now be done in minutes, allowing employees to focus on strategic decision-making and innovation. AI became a collaborator, not just a tool, changing the way organizations approached productivity and efficiency. In education, GPT empowered both students and teachers. Students received real-time tutoring, personalized feedback, and explanations tailored to their learning pace. Teachers leveraged AI to create customized lesson plans, generate quizzes, and simplify complex topics for students at all levels. This democratized access to high-quality educational resources, helping learners in remote or underserved regions bridge knowledge gaps. Healthcare saw groundbreaking applications as well. Doctors and researchers used AI to summarize medical literature, draft patient reports, and assist in diagnostics. AI-supported systems could highlight key insights from thousands of research papers, accelerating discoveries in drug development and personalized medicine. The combination of human expertise and AI assistance reduced errors and improved patient outcomes. In the realm of creativity and content generation, writers, journalists, and artists began collaborating with GPT to generate ideas, draft stories, or compose music and poetry. AI became a co-creator, suggesting plot twists, refining narratives, or experimenting with language and style. This partnership between human creativity and machine intelligence opened entirely new avenues for artistic expression. Furthermore, GPT models influenced scientific research. They helped summarize complex findings, generate hypotheses, and simulate experiments, dramatically accelerating the pace of discovery. Researchers across fields, from physics and biology to social sciences, benefited from AI's ability to analyze and synthesize large datasets efficiently. The global impact of GPT has been profound. Millions of users now interact with AI daily in multiple languages, across devices, and in various forms: voice assistants, chatbots, writing assistants, and virtual tutors. OpenAI's work has shown that when designed responsibly, AI can enhance human capabilities, making knowledge, communication, and creativity more accessible than ever before. This chapter illustrates a key truth. The transformative power of AI lies not in replacing humans, but in amplifying our potential, expanding our reach, and unlocking new possibilities across industries and communities worldwide. As we look toward the horizon, the story of OpenAI and GPT models is far from complete. The journey that began with curiosity, experimentation, and the dream of understanding human language is now evolving into a vision of the future, where AI is a partner, guide, and collaborator across every aspect of human life. The future vision for GPT is centered around three key pillars: enhanced understanding, ethical alignment, and global accessibility. Researchers at OpenAI are working to make AI models more context-aware, capable of deeper reasoning, and able to engage in nuanced conversations. This means machines will not only generate text, but also understand intentions, emotions, and complex problem-solving scenarios, allowing more meaningful interactions. Ethical alignment remains a cornerstone of AI development. OpenAI continues to prioritize safety, transparency, and fairness, ensuring that AI operates in ways that support human values and social good. By integrating human feedback, reinforcement learning, and rigorous testing, the goal is to minimize risks such as bias, misinformation, and harmful outputs while maximizing positive societal impact. In terms of global accessibility, the ambition is clear. AI should empower everyone, everywhere. OpenAI envisions a world where AI tools are not limited to a few corporations or countries, but are accessible to educators, students, scientists, creatives, and everyday individuals around the globe. This democratization ensures that AI becomes a force for collective growth and shared knowledge. The long-term legacy of OpenAI and GPT models will likely be defined by how they transform human potential. Already, we see AI amplifying creativity, accelerating research, bridging language barriers, and reshaping industries. In the future, AI could assist in solving some of humanity's most complex challenges: climate change, global health, sustainable development, and scientific frontiers previously beyond reach. Perhaps the most profound legacy is philosophical. GPT and AI remind us that intelligence is not just a human trait, but a tool we can create, refine, and guide. The partnership between humans and AI represents a new chapter in civilization, where imagination, knowledge, and technology converge. It is a story of collaboration, responsibility, and possibility, a story that continues to unfold with each innovation, interaction, and breakthrough. This chapter closes not as an end, but as an invitation. The journey of OpenAI and GPT models is ongoing, and the future will be shaped by how humans and machines work together to explore, create, and elevate what is possible. The true measure of AI's success lies not in algorithms or parameters, but in the lives it touches. Across the globe, GPT models have begun transforming the everyday experiences of millions, creating stories of empowerment, creativity, and innovation. In education, students in remote villages of Africa and Asia are using GPT-powered tools to access quality learning material. For a young girl struggling with English, AI became her tutor, explaining grammar, suggesting sentence structures, and even helping her write essays for school competitions. Teachers report that AI allows them to provide personalized support to hundreds of students at once, tailoring lessons to individual needs and making learning interactive and engaging. In healthcare, a doctor in a small clinic in South America used GPT to summarize recent medical research, enabling faster diagnosis and treatment decisions. The AI helped draft patient reports, highlight potential drug interactions, and provide evidence-based suggestions for treatment plans. This not only saved time, but also improved patient outcomes, demonstrating how AI can amplify human expertise in life-saving ways. Creatives and writers have found new partners in AI. A novelist struggling with writer's block collaborated with GPT to explore character development, plot twists, and dialogue. Musicians experimented with AI-generated lyrics and melodies, finding inspiration for compositions they would never have imagined alone. Across the arts, GPT is not replacing human creativity. It is enhancing it, turning ideas into reality faster and more dynamically. In business, small startups are leveraging GPT to compete on a global scale. Entrepreneurs in emerging economies are using AI to draft marketing campaigns, translate content, and respond to customer inquiries in multiple languages. What once required large teams and substantial budgets can now be achieved with AI assistance, leveling the playing field and promoting innovation worldwide. Even on a personal level, GPT has become a companion, helping people draft letters, write stories, or simply answer questions about daily life. From helping a student with homework to assisting a researcher in summarizing complex papers, AI has quietly integrated into the routines of individuals everywhere, making knowledge more accessible and communication more effective. These stories illustrate a universal truth. GPT's impact is not limited to labs or corporations. It touches individuals, communities, and societies. It democratizes access to knowledge, enhances creativity, and opens doors for those who previously lacked resources or opportunities. The AI that began as a research project has become a catalyst for real-world change, shaping a future where human potential and artificial intelligence work hand in hand. The journey of GPT and AI language models has not been without challenges. As these models grew in power and influence, a variety of technical, ethical, and societal hurdles emerged, offering lessons that continue to shape the evolution of AI. One of the primary challenges was bias in AI outputs. Since GPT models learn from vast datasets drawn from the internet, they can inadvertently reflect the prejudices, stereotypes, and misinformation present in those sources. OpenAI responded by developing methods to identify, reduce, and mitigate bias, while also relying on human feedback to train the models to produce fairer, more accurate responses. This process highlighted a critical lesson. AI reflects the world it learns from, so building equitable technology requires vigilance, transparency, and continuous improvement. Another controversy revolved around misuse of AI. Powerful language models could theoretically generate fake news, spam, or malicious content. OpenAI initially restricted access to GPT-2 due to concerns about large-scale disinformation. Over time, the organization balanced access with responsibility, creating safety guidelines, moderation tools, and policies for ethical deployment. This taught the global community that innovation must be paired with ethical governance. Data privacy was also a key concern. GPT models train on publicly available text, and developers had to ensure that personal or sensitive information was not inadvertently exposed. OpenAI implemented strict protocols for data handling and transparency, demonstrating that trust is as essential as technological capability. On the technical side, scaling models presented enormous computational and financial challenges. Training GPT-3, for instance, required immense resources, advanced hardware, and careful optimization. Researchers learned that collaboration, resource efficiency, and incremental development were crucial to sustaining progress without unsustainable costs. Finally, the societal impact of AI sparked debates on employment, creativity, and human reliance on machines. Some feared that AI would replace jobs or diminish human ingenuity. However, real-world experience has shown that AI is most effective as a collaborative tool, enhancing productivity and creativity rather than supplanting humans. The lesson is clear. AI should be guided to augment human potential, not replace it. This chapter underscores that innovation is not just about building smarter machines. It is about understanding consequences, mitigating risks, and learning continuously. The story of GPT demonstrates that challenges, controversies, and setbacks are not obstacles. They are opportunities to build safer, fairer, and more impactful technology. As GPT models matured, their potential expanded beyond standalone applications into integration with other emerging technologies. This convergence promised to redefine how humans interact with machines and how technology augments everyday life. One major area of integration is voice assistants and virtual agents. GPT powers advanced conversational AI that can understand spoken language, provide real-time answers, and interact naturally with humans. Devices like smart speakers, customer service bots, and virtual tutors now leverage GPT's language understanding to deliver seamless, context-aware interactions. Communication has become instantaneous, intuitive, and highly personalized. Another frontier is AI-driven robotics. By combining GPT's language comprehension with robotics platforms, machines can follow complex instructions, provide explanations, and collaborate in dynamic environments. Imagine a robot assistant in a laboratory or factory that not only executes tasks but explains its actions, answers questions. Healthcare and biotechnology have also seen profound benefits. AI models integrate with medical imaging, electronic health records, and diagnostic tools to assist doctors in decision-making. GPT can summarize research papers, propose hypotheses, or simulate patient interactions. The result is faster diagnoses, better informed treatment plans, and an expanded capacity for medical research. In creative industries, AI works alongside humans to co-create content. From film scripts and music composition to interactive gaming narratives, GPT models help designers and writers explore new ideas, test scenarios, and refine outputs. The collaboration transforms creative processes, turning imagination into reality with unprecedented efficiency. The overarching vision is one of human-AI symbiosis. GPT does not replace human intelligence, it amplifies it. By combining computational power with human intuition, empathy, and ethical judgment, society can solve problems that were previously intractable. Climate modeling, global education, scientific discovery, and disaster response all benefit from this partnership, creating a world where human potential and artificial intelligence advance together. This chapter emphasizes a future in which humans and AI operate as co-pilots of progress, machines that understand, learn, and adapt, while humans guide, innovate, and provide ethical oversight. GPT's integration with emerging technologies represents not just evolution in AI, but a paradigm shift in how intelligence, creativity, and problem-solving coexist in a connected world. The journey of GPT and OpenAI is more than a story of technological innovation. It is a story of societal transformation and human empowerment. As AI language models became widely adopted, their effects rippled across education, industry, creativity, governance, and everyday life, leaving an enduring mark on global society. In society, GPT has democratized access to information. Students in remote areas can now learn complex subjects with the assistance of AI tutors. Professionals across disciplines, from journalism to law, can research, draft, and analyze content more efficiently. By bridging gaps in language, knowledge, and expertise, AI has contributed to a more informed, connected, and empowered global population. The lessons for humanity are profound. First, technology must be guided by ethics. OpenAI's commitment to safe deployment, bias reduction, and responsible use demonstrates that innovation alone is insufficient. Moral responsibility is essential. Second, collaboration amplifies impact. GPT is most powerful when used as a partner rather than a replacement, highlighting the value of human-AI synergy. Finally, continuous learning is vital. The development of GPT shows that iteration, feedback, and adaptation are the keys to progress, not just in AI, but in society at large. The legacy of GPT and OpenAI lies in several dimensions. Empowerment, enabling individuals and communities to solve problems, create content, and access knowledge like never before. Innovation, inspiring new industries, applications, and forms of creativity across the globe. Ethical AI, setting a standard for responsible AI development that balances power with societal good. Human-AI partnership, demonstrating that intelligence, artificial or human, is most effective when collaborative. As we reflect on this journey, it becomes clear that GPT is not merely a machine that processes text. It is a bridge between human imagination and technological potential. It shows us how far curiosity, vision, and responsible innovation can take us. The enduring impact of OpenAI and GPT will be felt for decades, shaping how future generations learn, communicate, create, and collaborate. In the end, the story of GPT is the story of humanity's aspiration to extend its intellect, its reach, and its creativity. It is a reminder that the true power of technology lies not in replacing humans, but in enabling us to become the best versions of ourselves, smarter, more connected, and capable of achieving what once seemed impossible.